Welcome back to Real Talk, guys, the real estate show made by realtors for realtors and their clients.
Today we're going to be talking about the 5 things that you should know prior to selling your house.
And we'll also be covering all the documents you'll be going over with your realtor after you choose your realtor.
First thing we're going to talk about is pricing your home.
Be comping your house. So on a house like this, which is 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, 960 feet, your agent should be comparing homes that have sold or that are active in the area. So like Perham, we're going to take in the whole town. We're going to use those prices to price this home correctly.
So after comping a property, we're talking about a couple of different prices. We're going to talk high and we're going to talk low, and some of the benefits and risks in doing so.
Tad, tell me what the negatives are about pricing a property high.
When you price property high, chances are it's going to sit on the market, and then people are going to question what's wrong with it after a certain period of time.
And Stefan, what happens if we price that property low the first time?
Pricing your home low is going to get you more offers faster and get you off the market.
Because everybody wants it, right?
Everyone wants it.
That's right. Okay, once you decide whether you want to go high or low, remember, watch out for days on market. You want to talk about the proper bracket to put yourself in. National Association of Realtor statistics say that it's best to price your home in quarters, so 25, 50, 75, 100, and the reason that is that's how the customer or the client is shopping, all right? They're looking in those tiers. So if you price your house at $300,000, you're going to get everybody from $275 to $300 and everybody from $300 to $325. If you go a dollar up or down, you're going to miss one of those brackets. So at $299, you're going to miss $300 to $325. So make sure you hit the right brackets so that you get the maximum amount of exposure when clients are shopping.
The second thing we'll talk about is condition of the house. And you got to have a good condition of the home. The buyers want to see everything in good condition. This home right here, they redid this entire kitchen to make everything look more up to date.
So another thing we're going to chat about is cleanliness. Keeping that baby clean. Notice here how you have a clean sink. You don't have dishes out. You got a nice clean rug. I mean, it's fresh.
All right, the next thing we're going to want to hit on is the house needs to be in good repair as well. So your faucets have to be working, right? Shower has to work, toilet has to flush. I'm not going to flush it right now, I assume it does, but you want to make sure everything's working. If somebody's walking through your house and they turn a faucet on and the thing pops off, or they click the air conditioner on and it won't run, you know, that's only going to affect your bottom line at the end of the day. So good repair is key.
And remember, the #1 recommended thing to sell your home has been the same for several years.
Depersonalize, declutter, and clean, clean, clean.
All right, guys, the #3 thing to consider when selling your home is going to be the photos. You don't want to just throw any old photos out there. Dimly lit, upside down, or tilted at an angle funny, or maybe your realtor or you is in the mirror when you're taking the picture of the bathroom. You can't have that, all right? You need good architectural photos with great lighting. Wide angle lenses always help. If you have to, you can throw a filter or 2 in there, just don't misrepresent the house. But #3 thing, don't skimp on the photos. It's very important and it will drive the foot traffic to your house.
So along with photos, we're going to talk about marketing and the importance of getting it out in front of as many people as possible. So taking advantage of social media and using the Facebook, Snapchat, doing some Facebook Lives, just getting that community interaction and community engagement with the potential client and bringing them in the door. Hey, what's up, friends? I'm checking out a property. It's 235 First Ave in Perham. This is a 3 bedroom, 1 bath, priced at...
Okay, so #4 would be choosing the right agent.
So the right agent for you is let's see. So there is no universal agent. I'm not the agent for everybody, just like Stefan isn't the agent for every single person in Perham, just like Tad isn't the agent for every single client in DL or Pelican Rapids.
So you're looking for an educator. You're looking for someone who's going to educate you through the entire process and be there with you the whole way through.
Yeah, and always pick an agent that clicks well with you and that you guys just work together. Don't just pick the first agent you talk to.
One thing that I think is paramount when choosing an agent is going to be communication. You want to make sure that the person you choose is someone that you communicate well with, and then you want to make sure that they're going to be checking in on you once in a while. I can't tell you how many clients I've had, mostly expired listings. Their #1 complaint is the last agent I had just didn't talk to me. He put the sign in the ground, took the photos. I never heard from him again, and the house didn't sell. So make sure that the person that you are interviewing or thinking about working with has a communication plan for you.
Another thing about picking an agent is, are they good in your market? Have you seen them with the new trends? I mean, are they online? Are they just, some agents are still putting things in newspapers where you get 1 or 2 clients to read it versus having 3,000 people read it on a Facebook. So make sure an agent is up to date.
Are they? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Social media presence is ideal and important.
Market knowledge is another thing. Does your agent have an intimate knowledge of the market you're in? Do they know current inventory? What is the average days on market? What's average price per square foot right now?
So another thing would be to make sure that agent is on the same path as you, like in communication path is what I mean. If they text, call, email, whatever you guys prefer, make sure your agent knows that so they know how to communicate with you, and make sure that they are communicating with you that way. Some agents take a few days to get back to you, and is that really what you want to work with when you're talking with an agent?
Communication is key.
The fifth thing you want to do or think about when selling your house is you want to detach from it. Now, I know most people have been in their house for 5, 10, 20 years and they've got great memories there. You know, their first kid was born there, or there was some great birthday party or anniversary celebration. Maybe they got married in the backyard. Those are great things, but you need to detach from them when selling your house because you don't want to take anything personal in the selling process. Because if a low offer comes in, it might be the right offer, but because you are kind of blinded by what you have invested into the house, it just doesn't work out.
So you mean the sentimental value doesn't mean anything?
Unfortunately, when it comes to resale, sentimental value means nothing.
Detaching yourself from the property is going to help you make better decisions for your future.
Now this list is not a top 5. What we just wanted to talk about today was 5 things that we thought were important when it comes to selling your home. But again, it's not a top 5. Here's a bunch of other things.
Let's see. Tad, if a house is vacant or occupied, which one's better for resale?
Vacant. It's easy to sell.
Stefan, I'm a client. My house, I'm occupying my house during the sale process. It's Friday night. I'm having dinner with my family, but there's a showing that's just been requested. Do I have to get out?
You don't have to get out, but you should try to get out, and we will try to schedule around things, but the buyer's schedule kind of comes first.
Don't forget about market conditions, because it's going to be a huge factor in selling your home. Supply and demand is going to dictate price. Also, current interest rates are going to dictate the level of interest with the buyers. So if interest rates are low and supply is low and you're a seller, you just hit the jackpot. Tad, should a client listen to their agent?
Yes, please listen to your agent. Your agent is probably going to have the most knowledge in that market, so just trust them.
Documents. All right, there's going to be a ton of them thrown at you. Don't get overwhelmed. Stefan, why shouldn't they get overwhelmed when they're getting bombarded by documents?
Yeah, don't get overwhelmed. There's going to be a ton of documents. Some documents you have to fill out by yourself, disclosures and stuff about your property. But ask your agent questions. They're there to help you throughout the entire process. There's going to be lots of paperwork through the process, but trust them to get it done right.
Lock it up, guys. If you have prescription medications in the property, if you have weapons in the property, if you have gold or valuable jewels, lock those things up. Do not leave them in your cupboards. Do not leave them in your nightstand. They're like the #1 things that get stolen during showings if you're still occupying a house. So lock up those valuables.
So the last thing we want to talk about is the documents that you're going to be signing and going over with your agent before your house goes on the market. So the first one is
Agency Relationships and Real Estate Transactions form, and this document primarily highlights the different types of relationships inside of real estate transactions and helps you as the consumer understand your options.
Is it a binding contract?
It is not a binding contract, it is just a disclosure form.
So the second one would be your listing contract, and that's when you're putting your house actually on the market, and on that you're going to find out what kind of terms your house will accept. And that's cash, a VA loan, all that stuff, which your agent will explain to you. And the next part will be the commissions that you're going to pay out and the split if there's another agent on part of that deal.
And don't forget about the time period of the contract too. Is probably going to be in your listing agreements. It depends on the state, but that's going to specify whether the agent's signing a 3-month, 6-month, 1-year agreement. So you want to make sure you know that.
Yeah, and another part of that is a dual agent. So it's something you do have to agree on, but what dual agent means is that you're allowing the guy you're working with to represent the buyer, or his or her company, to represent the buyer also. So it's something you can talk to about your agent and see if it's in your best interest.
So another one of the documents that you're going to be filling out right away is going to be your property disclosure. They're going to have different names in every state, but for the most part, it's usually an 8 to 15 page document where you're going to go through and check boxes, yes or no. Has the property ever had sewer? Is it connected to a sewer? Has it ever had an insurance claim on the roof or whatever? It's just a tell-all of what has gone on in that property while you've lived in it. And it's, you know, honesty is the best policy, so don't lie on it, but keep that in mind when also reading other people's property disclosures.
And around here, you're going to have a couple more disclosures if you live out in the country. And some of those are going to disclose where your septic system is and your well and how deep it is.
One of the other docs is going to be the seller's net sheet, and that's going to talk about your bottom line, put all the expenses together, and talk about how much money you as a seller is going to take home after the transaction is complete.
We really appreciate you watching. We're going to leave our name and phone numbers at the end of this video in case you have any questions, but stay tuned for more and we'll catch you in the next one.
No, when selling their home?
Yep. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. Man, I was born ready.
Whenever you're ready. Go, hit it, hit it. Dude, those shoes are a spot on match for your shirt.